Good morning and welcome to another day on this Lenten journey of prayer. If you don't have it handy, I invite you to grab a pen and a piece of paper or your prayer journal, and we'll use that here shortly. First, I invite you to hear this quote by Mother Teresa about silence and its benefit in prayer. The fruit of silence is prayer. The fruit of prayer is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. The fruit of service is peace. It's a beautiful quote there by Mother Teresa on silence and prayer. Again, quoting Bishop Michael Reinert from his book, Learning to Pray Again, on a chapter on silence, he points out that, he asks, if we embrace prayer as talking with God, shouldn't it be at least 50% listening? Furthermore, if the other with whom one is talking is God, shouldn't it be more like 60 or 70% listening? I mean, like if we were getting golf lessons from Tiger Woods, would we be doing all of the talking? Or would we be doing a lot more listening? Reiner mentions an author that in his book that talks about us learning prayer as children. This was the time that we were most formative, right? When we were dependent on our parents for everything, when we were formed in our understanding of prayer. And he says, for this reason, our praying can turn into a litany of all the things we want. We treat God like a celestial Santa Claus. Then, somewhere in adolescence, we become arrested in our spiritual development. Our spiritual development stops. We never learned to pray as adults. So what if this idea of renewing our prayer life began by not using words as much as just sitting still? So the invitation today is into silence and to go for a walk for 30 minutes without earbuds or without listening to music or talking with someone else, just in silence, going for a walk and observing, or sitting down in your home now. And this is where I invite you to use your paper, as when things come up as you're sitting in silence that are distracting, those little, it all happens to all of us. Our monkey minds, we're all racing, thinking about what we have to do for the day. Just write that down to allow yourself, I'll just come back to that. And eventually, perhaps that'll help us settle. So, the invitation from Psalm 46 to be still and know that God is God. I'll sing this one more time and then invite you to turn it off and sit in silence and pray. The fruit of silence is prayer. The fruit of prayer is faith. The fruit of faith is love. The fruit of love is service. The fruit of service is peace. As you go on your way, remember, as we learn in Matthew chapter 6, verse 6, when you pray, go into your room or outside in solitude. Shut the door, be in stillness, and pray to God, who is with you in secret. Your God sees you, knows you, is with you, and knows your prayers even before you pray them. I invite you into silence. Take care. We'll see you tomorrow.